Hello everyone and welcome to the Raymond School Fields where we are set to bring you Brockton Blazers softball. Tonight we have an old Silver Lake Senior Division game featuring Rockland and your hometown Brockton Blazers. Let's take a look real quick at the starting lineups. For visiting Rockland, we have Ava P leading off, Ava A batting second, Gianna batting third, Paige batting fourth, Olivia batting fifth, Izzy batting sixth, Skylar batting seventh, Duffy batting 8th, Bray batting 9th, Grace batting 10th, Alicia 11th, Lydia 12th, Kaylee 13th, and Zoe 14th. For your Blazers, Ada will be the leadoff hitter, followed by Cassie, Tyshawn in the 3-hole, and Annalise is the cleanup hitter, Amelia batting 5th, Zoe batting 6th, Akila batting 7th, Divine batting 8th, Maddie batting 9th, Sophia batting 10th, Avery batting 11th, and Leia batting 12th. Blazers out there breaking up their huddle. And we are ready to kick things off. Ava P leading things off here for Rockland in the top half of the first inning. Her first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Ada, the starting pitcher here for the Blazers today. She's set, and the 0-1 pitch. High and tight, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now. Ada's set. She winds and delivers. Fouled off the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now here on Ava. Working on getting the ball back. And the pitch. Grounded foul off the first base side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Ada's ready. And she delivers. Pop back foul. Oh no, and the camera is now pointed a little bit too high. We're going to go fix that. That was strike 3 recorded, and that will be the first out of the inning. Ava A, the hitter next here for Rockland. First pitch misses down and in for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Misses, ball 2. The 1-2, excuse me, 2-0. High, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes here on Ava. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called, strike 1. Ada's ready, and she delivers inside and low, ball 4. Ava heads down to first with a 1-out walk. That's going to bring Gianna up next. Here's the pitch. Grounded over towards second base. It's fielded there. The throw to first is in time for the out. Ava advances to second, but now there's 2 down in the inning. That's going to bring the Rockland cleanup hitter Paige up. Here's the first pitch. High for a ball. Gets by the catcher a little bit. The throw to third is not in time. Here's the pitch. Behind the batter. It gets by. The runner's going to try and score, and she will make it. And Rockland is on the board. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Popped, foul, and out of play. Two balls and a strike now, the count here on Page. Here's the 2-1. Grounded over towards shortstop. Devine knocks it down there, but there'll be no play. Page reaches with a 2-out single. As Olivia will be the next hitter for Rockland. Pitch goes behind her. Throw to first. And she's back safely. Ava's ready, and here comes the 1-0. Up and in, runner goes. The throw down to second. Not going to be handled cleanly. That puts a runner in scoring position here. Here's the 2-0, and it hits her. Olivia heads on down to first with the hit by pitch. With 2 on with 2 outs here, as Izzy will be the next batter. First pitch to her, and it hits her as well. That'll load the bases up for Rockland, as Skylar will be the next batter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Ava winds and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ada, quickly ahead. We had 2 Avas batting. I'm getting baffled here. But Ada is ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is the out that will retire the side in the first. Rockland picks up a run, and as we head to the bottom of the first inning, it's Rockland 1, Brockton coming up. All right, here we go. Blazers coming up in the home half of the first inning, and Ada will lead things off with a chance to help her own cause. She swings and lines the first pitch into right field and down for a hit. She'll hang it first and with a leadoff single. That's going to bring Cassie up next here for Brockton. Cassie steps in. And the first pitch, Ada goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. Pitcher set, and she delivers. Popped foul off the first base side. Cassie's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Gets back into the box. And here's the 0-2. Down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Cassie. Here's the pitch. Outside. And Ada steals third. Pitcher winds and delivers. Grounded over towards shortstop. The throw to first. Not in time. Ada scores on the play. And Cassie's on, and the Blazers have tied it up. Taishana will be the hitter next. First pitch misses high. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball out to right field. And it drops down. Cassie heads into second, and she will make it. But she's not going to be able to go on the overthrow. Runners at first and second now with nobody out. And that's going to bring Annalise up to bat. She's big swing and a miss. Surprised herself with that one. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2 over the outside corner. Anila is quickly in the hole, 0-2. Here's the 2-strike offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll be the first out recorded in the inning. Amelia steps in now with the go-ahead run in scoring position. First pitch takes high for a ball. Pitcher's ready and delivers. Called strike. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike. A 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes now here on Amelia. It's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 outs now in the inning as Zoe will be the hitter. Brockton tries to push this second run across. Comes the pitch. Lined into center field, and it gets in. It's going to go past all the way to the fence. Cassie comes around. She's going to score. Tyshauna is coming in right behind her. And it's a 2-run double for Zoe. The Blazers now up by 2. Akila will be the next batter for the Blazers. She swings and misses the first pitch, but it gets by the catcher, and Zoe will end up over at third. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Pitcher's ready. The 2-0 pitch. Popped up towards the pitcher. She's got it for the out that will end the first inning. But the Blazers pick up 3 runs. After 1 full inning, it's Brockton 3, Rockland 1. We're set here for the top of the second inning. Duffy leading things off here for the Bulldogs. She takes the first pitch for ball 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. High, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now here on Duffy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2. Just a little bit inside, and the count's now full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First out recorded here in the inning. As Bray steps into the box next. First pitch misses high. Oh, and that one got her. Bray heads down to first on the hit by pitch. 1 on with 1 out now, as Grace will be the next hitter. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Throw to first is not going to be in time. It is set, and she delivers. High and outside for a ball. Good by the catcher. The throw gets into the outfield. The runner's going to try and get to third, and she will make it. The 1-1 pitch. High, 2 balls and a strike now here on Grace. Inside, it gets by, and I think it actually hit her. Runners at the corners now, as Alicia will be the next batter. High and outside. Ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Strike. Eight is ready, and she delivers. Called. Strike 2. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. High and outside, and the count's full. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The throw to first, and she's out there. That'll be the second out of the inning. Lydia will be the next hitter here for Rockland. And she pops the first pitch back foul. Eight is ready, and she delivers. Swung on and missed. She's quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Popped up foul on the first base side, and it drops down. Good hustle by Sophia to try and make a play on that, but just too far to go. All right, with another 2-strike pitch on the way. Up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count here on Lydia. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The tag is applied. And that will end the top of the second inning. No runs across there for Rockland. And as we go to the bottom half of the second inning, it's still Brockton 3, Rockland 1. We're back here for the bottom of the second inning, and it's Devine leading things off for Brockton. First pitch misses inside. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off the first base side. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count now here on Devine. Comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will be the first out in the bottom half of the second. Maddie steps into the box next for the Blazers. And she swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Pitch. Called strike 2 on the outside corner, and Maddie's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. It hits the ground. The throw to first is there in time for the out. 2 outs now here in the inning. Sophia will be the next batter. Pitcher winds and delivers. Up high for a ball. Called strike, and the count's even up at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Sophia. Here it comes. Low and inside. Ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounded over towards third. It's fielded there. The throw to first. Not in time. Sophia with an infield single. That puts a runner on with 2 outs as Avery will be the next hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2, and Avery's quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch. Popped up foul and out of play. Here we go. Another 2-strike pitch is on the way. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Avery. Here's the 1-2. Down low, and it gets by the catcher, and Sophia is going to head on down to second. Pitcher's ready, and here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field, and it gets by. Sophia's being waved around. She is going to try and score, and she will make it. And Avery has herself an RBI double. That increases the Brockton lead to 3. And Leah will be the next batter. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss by Leah. I think she was looking to put that one into another zip code. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back, strike 2. Everyone's set, and here comes the pitch. Popped up foul and out of play. Everyone gets ready, and we're going to do it all over again. Here comes the 1-2. Runner goes. It's down and outside. The throw to third. And it's not going to be in time. Avery steals third. Pitcher's ready, and she delivers. Lined into left center field. Avery will score easily. Leah on her way to second. She's going to make the turn and head towards third. And they're going to wave her around. The throw comes in, and she's safe at home. Leah with a 2-run inside the park home run. That's going to bring the top of the Brockton order up with Ada. She singled and scored her first time up. She takes the first pitch high for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Foul tip for strike one. Here it comes. High, 2 balls and 1 strike. The count now on Ada. Pitch. Down and outside, ball 3. Pitcher's ready. Here comes the 3-1. Up high and inside for ball 4, and Ada will head down with a 2-out walk. Cassie will be the next batter. She reached on an error and scored her first time up. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. It's grounded over to second. The throw to first is in time for the out that will end the second inning. But the Blazers bring 3 runs across, and as we go to the third inning, it's Brockton 6, Rockland 1. No, I stopped recording because I knew she was going to hit one. How dare you call balls in when I'm up on the ladder? All right, we're back for the start of the third inning. Kaylee will lead things off here for Rockland. First pitch misses high and outside for a ball. Cassie, the new pitcher here for Brockton this inning. Called strike over the inside corner. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it gets her. Lead runner is on the hit by pitch. And that'll bring Zoe up to bat. First pitch misses high for a ball. High again, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's down low. 3 balls and no strikes to count here on Zoe. Here's the 3-0. Down and in for ball 4. That'll put runners at first and second here with nobody out. And we're back to the top of the Rockland order with Ava P. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It gets a little bit by the catcher. The throw to third. And she's safe at third. 2 in scoring position now here for Rockland. Cassie winds and delivers. Up high for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Up and in, 2 balls and a strike the count now here on Ava. Pitch. High and outside, ball 3. Excuse me, that was ball 4 apparently. That's going to load the bases. As Ava A steps in. She walked and scored her first time up. Here's the pitch. Misses high. Cassie winds and delivers. Called strike over the outside corner. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Up high, ball 2. Nice grab by Zoe behind the plate there to keep it from going to the backstop and a potential run coming in. 2 balls and a strike here on Ava. Here comes the pitch. Up high again, ball 3. No room to put her. Here's the 3-1. Low, ball 4. That's going to bring home a run. Gianna's the next hitter here for Rockland with the bases still loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Down low, it gets by the catcher. The runner's going to try and score. And she's safe. A second runner now is going to come around. And she will score as well. Two runs come in on the wild pitch. And Rockland has cut the lead to 2. Resetting now, we've got a runner on second now, still nobody out in the inning. Comes the 1-0. Called strike. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded over towards third. It's fielded there. The look to third. The throw to first is too high and wide. Gianna ends up at second, Ava at third, and now there's 2 in scoring position as Paige will be the hitter. She singled her first time up. Here's the pitch. And it hits her. I think it hit her. Yes, it did. They're sending the runners back because the pitch hit the batter. That's going to load the bases up on the hit by pitch, and Olivia will be the next hitter. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. She swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Inside, ball one. Cassie gets set. And the 1-1 pitch. Over the outside corner for a called strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count now here on Olivia. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Cassie's back on the rubber. And she delivers. And it hits her. That is going to bring another run into the plate. And Rockland has now cut the lead to 1. Room for 1 more on the board here for the Bulldogs. As the catcher goes out to have a quick conversation with the pitcher. Izzy will be the next batter. She was hit by a pitch her first plate appearance. High and outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Grounded into right field for a hit. 1 run will score, and that will be the 5th run of the inning, which will bring the inning to a close. That 2nd run will not count. And with that, the top of the 3rd inning will come to a close. Rockland puts up a 5 spot, and as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, we're all tied at 6. All right, we're here to kick off the home half of the third, and Tyshauna will lead things off. She reached on an error and scored her first time up. First pitch to her, misses high for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up high again, ball two. Two-0 pitch. 3 balls and no strikes now the count here on Tyshauna. Pitch. Inside, ball 4, and she will head down to first with a leadoff walk. Annalise will step into the box next here for Brockton. Here comes the pitch. Up high, runner goes, the throw down to second. Not in time. Tyshauna takes second on the stolen base. Pitch. Lined out into left field, and it gets down for a hit, and it gets by. Tyshauna is going to come in to score. Annalise rounds second, and she's going to head into third. And she's in there with a stand-up RBI triple. And just like that, the Blazers are back on top by 1. Amelia will be the next batter. She lines the first pitch back towards the pitcher, and with English on that, Annalise comes in to score. The throw to first is not in time. And Amelia has a knuckleball infield single to drive in another run and increase the lead to 2. Zoe will be the next batter. She tripled her first time up. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch for strike 1. Pitcher set, and the pitch. Fouled off, strike 2. Zoe quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher's ready, the 0-2 pitch. High and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Zoe. Pitcher winds and delivers. Fly ball hit out towards left field, and it gets down. Amelia rounds second. She's going to head into third. They're going to wave her around. And Zoe has another triple, and another run comes across for the Blazers. Still nobody out in the inning as Aquila will be the hitter. She takes the first pitch for a called strike. The 0-1. Inside, ball 1. Pitcher gets set. And the 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2 at the letters. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Aquila. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded hard past the third baseman for a hit. Zoe comes in to score. And it's an RBI single for Aquila. Fourth run across in the inning here for Brockton. And Devine will be the hitter. Room for one more this inning for the Blazers. Here's the pitch. Down and in for a ball. The 1-0. Fouled back. That evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on, still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Brockton now leading by 4. Here comes the 1-1. Called, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The count here on Devine. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 3. And that will be the first out of the inning. Maddie steps into the box next for Brockton. First pitch misses down and in. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way now. Swung on and missed. It gets by the catcher. And Aquila will head down to second. Pitcher's ready, and the 1-1 pitch. Down and in, it gets by again, and Aquila's going to head on over to third. 2 balls and a strike, the count now here on Maddie. Here's the pitch. Grounded over towards third, and it's not quite handled cleanly. Aquila comes in to score, and that is the 5th run of the inning, which is going to bring the 3rd inning to a close. Brockton answers with a 5 spot of their own, and as we go to the 4th inning, it's Brockton 11, Rockland 6. Alrighty, we're back here for the top of the 4th inning. Skyler going to lead things off here for Rockland. She takes the first pitch low for a ball. Tyshauna, the new pitcher this inning here for the Blazers. The 1-0. Low, ball 2. Called strike over the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike now, the count here on Skyler. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Here it comes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 1 out now in the inning. Duffy will be the next hitter for Rockland. Called strike on the inside corner. The 0-1. Low, ball 1. The pitch. Grounded back up the middle, and it gets through for a hit. And Duffy's got a 1-out single. That's going to bring Bray up to bat next. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The throw down to first. And she's back safely. Here comes. Back to the pitcher, and she has it. And they double her off at first. And the double play will retire the side in the 4th. No runs across for Rockland. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's still 11-6 Brockton. All right, we're set to start the bottom half of the 4th inning. Sophia will lead things off. She reached on a single and scored her first time up. Little adjustment going on over at first base, and now we are ready to go. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Pitcher set, and she delivers. Swung on and missed. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike now here on Sophia. Here it comes. Outside. Ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. Low and outside. Ball 4, and Sophia will head down to first with a leadoff walk. Avery will be the next batter. She doubled and scored her first time up. She takes the first pitch up and in. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Avery was looking to put a charge into that one. Here's the 1-1. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now here on Avery. The pitch. Popped up. Foul off the first base side, and it drops down. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, and the count's full. Here comes the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Avery will head down to first. And now Brockton has runners at first and second. As Leah will be the hitter. She had an inside the park home run her first time up. She fouls the first pitch back. She was looking to drive another one. Everyone gets reset. And the 0-1 pitch. Inside for a ball. Here's the 1-1. Little high and tight. 2 balls and a strike now here on Leah. Pitcher gets set. And she delivers. Outside, ball 3. Here we go with the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back, and the count's full. Pitcher gets set. And here comes another payoff pitch. Called strike 3 over the inside corner. 1 out now in the inning. And Ada will be the hitter. She has singled and walked, scored once so far today. She takes the first pitch inside. Pitcher's ready. Pitch. Up high, ball 2. Here's the 2-0. Low and outside, 3 balls and no strikes here on Ada. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 4. Ada heads down to first with the base on balls, and that's going to load the bases full of Blazers. As Cassie will be the hitter. She reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. Chance for the Blazers to blow this one wide open here. Cassie takes the first pitch inside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Lined into right field, and it gets down for a hit. Sophia comes in to score. Avery follows her in, and Ada slides into third. And Cassie makes it to second. It's a 2-run single. And the lead now increases to 7 as Tyshauna will be the next hitter. She takes the first pitch up and outside for ball 1. Tyshauna reached on an error and walked and has scored twice so far in the game. Pitch. Over the inside corner for a strike. The 1-1. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now here on Tyshauna. Pitch. Popped up towards the pitcher. It drops down, and it rolls foul. A lot of backspin on that one. Tyshauna's ready. Pitcher's set. The 2-2 pitch. Popped over towards first base. And it's caught there. Nice concentration by the first baseman to hold on to that. And that's the second recorded out of the inning. Annalise will step in next. She tripled and scored her last time up. She takes the first pitch, low and outside. It gets by the catcher. Ada's going to try and score, and she does. Third run across for the inning for Brockton. Pitch. Fouled back for strike 1. Pitcher's ready. And the 1-1 pitch. Low and inside. Nice scoop by the catcher. 2 balls and a strike now here on Annalise. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. The 3-1. Low and outside, ball 4. Annalise draws a walk. And it puts runners at the corners for Amelia. She singled and scored her last time up. Here's the pitch. She squares to bunt. She offers at it for the strike, and Annalise will steal second with no throw. Here's the pitch. Up and in, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now here on Amelia. She's ready, and she delivers. Down and in, ball 3. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed, and the count's now full. Here's the payoff pitch. High and tight, ball 4. Amelia heads down to first, and the bases are loaded full of lasers once again. Zoe will be the next hitter. Room for 2 on the board here in the inning for Brockton. Zoe's tripled twice and scored once so far today. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Strike 1. The 0-1. Down low. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High, goes to the backstop. Cassie's going to try and come in. The throw is not going to be in time. Annalise is going to follow her in, and she scores. That's the 5th run, 4th and 5th runs of the inning, and that will bring the 4th inning to a conclusion. Brockton picks up another 5 runs, and as we go to the 5th inning, it's Brockton 16, Rockland 6. All right, we're ready to go here to start the 5th inning. Brockton leading by 10. And Grace will be the leadoff hitter for Rockland. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. Defense gets set. And here comes the pitch. High, ball 1. Ada's returned to the hill. Not really. I got to stop saying hill and mound. Return to the rubber here for Brockton. The 1-0 pitch. Over the inside corner for strike one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. High and outside, ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count now here on Grace. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. Three 1 pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. Grace heads down to first as she draws a leadoff walk. As Alicia will be the next hitter. First pitch misses inside. Here's the 1-0. Called strike one. Ada winds, and she delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Alicia. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2. Ada delivers the 2-2. Up high, and the count's now full. Here's the payoff pitch. Call, strike 3. Ada picks up the K, and there's 1 away in the inning. Lydia will be the next batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung on and missed again. Throw around to first is not going to be in time. Ada quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Lydia. Ada gets ready. And here's the pitch. Up high. Here's the 2-2. Low and outside. It gets by the catcher, and the runner takes second. Full count now here. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Lydia will head down to first. And there are now runners at first and second with 1 out. Kaylee will be the hitter. She was hit by a pitch and scored her first time up. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Up high. Ball 2. Ada gets set, and she delivers. Called, strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike now here, the count on Kaylee. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Nice grab by Zoe behind the plate to make sure it didn't get by her. The 3-1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. That's going to load the bases up for Rockland. Zoe will be the next hitter for the Bulldogs. She walked and scored in her first plate appearance. First pitch goes inside, gets by the catcher. The runner's going to try and score, and she's safe. Still 2 in scoring position here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Low and inside again. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Over the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike now here on Zoe. Here comes the pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, wait, that was strike 3. 2 down now in the inning. Ava P., the batter here. She takes the first pitch for a ball. She walked and scored her last time up. Lined foul. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. The count now on Ava. Here it comes. Called. Strike 2 over the inside corner. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounded back towards the pitcher. She has it. The throw home is in time for the out. And that will retire the side in the top of the 5th inning. Rockland does pick up a run, but as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, it's Brockton 16, Rockland 7. All right, we're set here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Zoe will lead things off. She's tripled twice and scored once on the evening. And she swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1. Misses inside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded over towards second base. The throw to first is in time for the out. What a recovery by the Rockland defense there. Excellent play to get the out, as Aquila will be the next hitter. She singled and scored her last time up. She takes the first pitch up and outside for a ball. One 0 pitch. Pops sky high towards shortstop. And it drops down. That ball was hit real high. Tough play to make there. Devine will be the next hitter. She swings and misses at the first pitch. It gets by the catcher. Aquila heads to second. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Devine quickly in the hole, 0-2. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Up high, 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Devine. Pitcher's ready, and she delivers. Down and in, and it gets to the backstop, and Aquila heads on over to third. Here's the 2-2. High, ball 3. The count's now full. Here's the payoff pitch. Called, strike 3. Second out of the inning. Maddie will be the hitter. She reached on an error her last time up. She takes the first pitch up and away for a ball. A little bit of shenanigans here, but in the end, Aquila goes back to third. Here's the pitch. Down and in. Pitcher gets set. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and a strike now here on Maddie. Pitcher delivers. And it gets her. And Maddie's going to head on down to first. She's going to shake it off. And we've now got runners at the corners as Sophia will be the hitter. She's singled and walked and scored twice so far this evening. She cuts and misses at the first pitch for a strike. The pitch. Low and outside. It gets by the catcher. Keel is going to try and come home. And she makes it. Maddie goes down to second on the play. And the lead goes back to 10. Everyone gets set here, and the 1-1 pitch. Up and in. 2 balls and a strike now here on Sophia. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 over the outside corner. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, and the count's full. Pitcher gets ready. And the payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. Sophia will head down to first with the walk. That's going to put runners at first and second here with 2 down, as Avery will be the hitter. She's doubled and walked and scored a pair of runs so far tonight. She pops the first pitch over towards second, and it's caught there for the out that will end the inning. The Blazers pick up a run, and as we head to the 6th inning, it's Brockton 17, Rockland 7. All right, we're set here for the 6th inning, and I believe this is the final inning of the game as we are getting close to the time limit. Ava A leading things off for Rockland. She's walked and scored twice so far today. She takes the first pitch down low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Called, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Ava. Shauna delivers. Lined foul and out of play. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The throw down to first is going to get by into the outfield. Ava ends up at first after the strikeout. Gianna will be the next batter. She reached on an error and scored her last time up. Pitch. Low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike here on Gianna. Shauna gets set, and she delivers. Fouled back, strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off the first base side. Everyone's going to reset. And here we go with another 2-2. Fouled off again. Gianna spoils another pitch. Here we go again. Up high and the count's full. Shauna gets set. And the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Runners at first and second now with nobody out. Keep in mind that in the last inning, the run limit is waived. Paige is the hitter next for Rockland. She's singled and been hit by a pitch so far today. First pitch misses down low. It gets by the catcher. The runner's going to try and go. The throw to third. And they got her there. Excellent recovery and throw by Zoe, and that's the first out of the inning. Gianna does advance to second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off the batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Page. Shauna winds and delivers. Fouled back, she spoils the pitch. Tough inside pitch, and she fought that one off. Here's the pitch. Grounded over toward third, and it gets through into the outfield. The runner's going to be waved around. She's going to try and score. The throw to the plate is not in time. The throw down to second, and it's blocked enough. But it's an RBI single for Page. And the lead is now 9. Olivia will be the next hitter. She swings and misses the throw to first, and the runner's back safely. Olivia's been hit by a pitch twice so far tonight. Here's the pitch. Popped up over towards first base. It's fielded there, and there's no play. Infield single. For Olivia. Izzy will be the next hitter. She has been hit by a pitch and singled so far tonight. She takes the first pitch for strike 1. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. And Tyshauna quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here on Izzy. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Ball 2. The throw down to second, and the runner's going to go to third. And she's going to make it. Quick conversation at the rubber here between the pitcher and catcher. All right, everyone gets ready here. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The runner will take second on defensive indifference. And now the Blazers are 1 out away. Skyler will be the hitter for Rockland. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the knees. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is going to bring the game to a close. The teams are going to line it up as Rockland picks up a run in the final inning. As the teams go through the line, high fives, good games all around. And your final score is Brockton 17, Rockland 8. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we will catch you next time for some more Brockton Blazers softball.